Okay, so I'm going to take you through the Joshua House website. Right off the bat, you see a pretty clean landing page. It shows exactly where you are, the logo, and it introduces you. So, small logo on the navigation here. You see some tabs for pictures of the background, so you can just navigate your way through these. Each time you refresh into the page, it shows a different picture. So it's just random. You also see the social media handles right away. So going down here, here's a little quick view of some of the more recent events that will be coming soon. So you can see the name of the event, what day of the week, what exact day, and then the time it will be, and then a picture associated with it. So that's a social event, and guest dinners, same way, except these have a sign up. So for the sign up, anyone can go in and just put their name down and their email, and then their status, whether they're a student, alumni, parent, or just another student or status. So that is the events and dinners. Below that we have a slider of the sponsors or partners that Joshua House will have. So each one has a link to them. So when you hover over them, you can click whatever one, and it goes to that website. Here is a brief overview of the About Us section, and then this button goes to the About page. The latest news is the blog section, so this is kind of just a brief overview of some of the more recent blogs. When there are more than 3, you can navigate this way, and it's just an infinite loop of the most recent 10 blogs. So each one is associated with a link to the blog, so you can just hover over them and click it, and it'll take you directly to that blog. There's also a contact section where just a visitor can send anything on their mind to Joshua House. The footer shows all this information, such as like the logo, email, phone. Some of the navigation sends it to the About page, and then just more about Joshua House themselves, so like their location and some of their social media handles. The About page will have everything associated with the house and their history and really anything they want to put on here. So it's used by a rich text editor that allows for the inserting of tables, bullet points, links, really anything. And then this will have a list of the members sorted by their class. So it'll sort within the class, so it'll start with seniors, then juniors, sophomore, freshmen, and then within those it'll sort alphabetically by their last name. And then obviously it shows their picture, name, major, and their graduation year. The Couch Cart page shows everything from their previous site on this page. So everything they had associated with the Couch Cart, its history, its elements, everything about it, links to articles about it on the news, and anything you want to find about it. The events page shows the events that are happening soon. So it is ordered by how soon they are. So this one is June 23rd, and the next one is July 4th, and then September. So as you can see, it's ordered that way. On the ones that you can see that are dinners, there's a sign up button on those. Then you can see the past events and future events. So the past events, these 2 tabs are just there so you don't get confused and accidentally look at a wrong event. So you can see all the ones that have already passed. It automatically sorts them based on the date on here. So that is that. There is a filter. So for instance, if I want to find the one that is the 4th of July, I can just type 4th and then filter that. It'll show up. Or I can just put in July on the month. It'll show there. Or I can do it as a dinner, so do dinners and it'll show the dinners. Or you can do all of them at once. So you can do the July dinner or 4th of July dinner. It'll show here. So yeah, it's all the same thing. So very simple. It works. It filters them for the future and past events as well while you're doing that. So pretty good filter system we've got on the events page. The blog, you can see the most recent 5 blogs, starting with the most recent one. So it works its way down based on how old it is from its creation. So this blog I created today, April 27th, 2022. You can see the name of the blog, which user on the Joshua House site submitted this blog. This is a brief summary of the blog. You can see this better down and below this one. For example, this is just a brief summary of the blog, and then you can see how many likes and how many comments this blog has. So if I click continue reading, it'll take me to the blog page. You can see the title of the blog here and also here as well. Just a pretty clean layout on this overall. There's a space for all the comments. You can add likes and dislikes to the comments. You can even add a comment if you'd like, and it'll put the most recent one at the bottom. So it just first come first serve on this one. So this is the content of the blog itself, and this also uses the same rich text editor that the About and Couch Cart page used. So the contact one over here goes straight to the contact section of the index page. So it just scrolls down and right there. So I'll take you through the login process. So when you want to log in, there's a good system for if you just happen to forget the password, it'll send an email if that account exists. So pretty good system. So also added sense of security there as well. So once I log in, you can see there are 2 buttons here that pop up on the side of the page. This one says edit page, and so you can edit everything about this landing page, including the 6 images with their captions, the about us sections information, so same as latest news and contact. The footer, here is where you change all the information, I guess, about the Joshua House. So this applies to every single page as well. So you can change their email, phone, and all the URLs that is associated with it. The Google Map URL is what the link here is. So pretty efficient way to do that. Edit sponsors just gives you an option to add more sponsors and create an update or delete the ones that are already there. So moving on, we have the About page. This is just, like I said, a rich text editor. So it's basically a minified version of Microsoft Word with less features. I restricted it to less features, that way there isn't any I guess diversity amongst the information that you want to be similar. So you don't want to have different fonts that are the wrong types of fonts, for instance. You want everything to be pretty consistent. Here's where you add, you can create, update, or delete members. You're going to upload the image, and it pops up in this box, and everything about them. So there is that. So the Couch Cart page is the exact same way. So this brings you to the Couchcart page. Load in the rich text editor. And then here we go. I made a maximum height, that way you don't have to keep scrolling up to use these if you want to select them. So this has all the information. You can see you can embed videos, change the size of fonts, put bullet points, links, images, really whatever you want. You can even embed tweets. So here are all the different things you can do on this. On the events, you can delete, edit an event. On dinners, you can see the guest list. So we signed up for this one earlier, so when I click guest list, you should be able to see my name and my email on here. Oops. Yes, so there is that. And then you can also delete if you'd like, so delete that person off there and they're no longer on there. Or you can sign up just from here. So along with this, obviously you can add an event, upload the image, choose the name, date, time, and what type, whether it's a dinner or social event. And then as for the blog uses the same rich text editor as the About and Couchcart page that I mentioned earlier. So if I want to edit this one that I showed earlier, you see the summary of it, the title, change the image, and the content within. So you can even you can even go on this blog and delete comments if you'd like. So really full functionality on the website. So it's basically just a content management system for Joshua House to maintain. So while you're logged in, you can see all the users, and you can delete any user that is not the admin or the developers. So that's just to make sure they don't delete all the accounts so no one is able to log in. Because the only way to register a new user is to already be logged in. So you can add a new user and then basically just add these here. So that is pretty much the whole overview of the site. It's pretty intricate, but as far as I know, it works extremely well. So thank you for listening.